Welcome back, my friends, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another Pokemon TCG Pocket video. There's been a mix-up. Finally, we have a Pokemon in Tier 1. In the previous episode, there was no Pokemon in Tier 1. There was no Pokemon that had a base power over 30, at least. Giratina, as you can see in Tier 2, we have Giratina EX Magnezone has come back. Giratina X Greninja is coming back. Meowscarada and Decidueye EX is actually a new deck that has developed. Recently, it was just Decidueye with Meowscarada, but now it's actually a purely Meowscarada deck. Giratina Darkrai, Charizard, Garchomp fell from Tier 2 all the way down to Tier 3. So, there has been a lot of mix-up, a lot of switching, shifting around placements with the meta right now. But Arceus EX Crobat is actually number 1. So let's look at the win rates. Best matchup Giratina EX Greninja, and then the worst matchup is Garchomp. Okay, honestly I think Garchomp is a really good deck. Like, I think that this deck, look, this deck got first place. I think this deck is really strong because Rampardos just does so much damage right out the gate for only 1 energy. Realistically, this deck literally just needs 1 energy and you're cooking. You get to do 50 attack on from Garchomp to any Pokemon on the field, which is pretty good. Rampardos doing 130 for only 1 energy. This deck is pretty strong, but not strong enough to be in for Tier 1. So let's look at a couple decks. So we have a couple first place listings from yesterday, actually. And let's look at today. So, let's see. We can get rid of this. Let's see. A lot of people are using Carvine. When Triumphant Light came out, a lot of Pokemon had this ability. Power Link. We got Power Link. We have Cunning Link. I think we have Speed Link, Power Link. There's a bunch of, like, abilities that synergize so well with Arceus. So, let's look at Carvine's ability. Power Link. If you have an Arceus or Arceus EX in play, attacks used by this Pokemon do 30 plus damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So, as long as we're using Arceus EX, we're able to take advantage of Power Link. We're able to take advantage of Cunning Link. Crobat, I love this card. Crobat is so good because only 1 energy, no retreat cost. That's amazing. The fact that Crobat has no retreat cost, that's wonderful because you could just pivot in and out. You only need to attach 1 energy to Crobat and bam, you're doing 50 damage with Darkness Fang. And on top of that, with its ability Cunning Link, once during your turn, if you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, you may do 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So, you're able to do 80 damage for 1 energy and having 0 retreat cost. That is really good. Wow, this Crobat came out at February? We're already at the end of May. Time is flying by, bro. Time is flying by. Mars is such a good supporter card late game. Mars, if they're able to KO your Arceus, one of your Arceus at least, or your Carvine or one of your Crobats, you can pop Mars late game, and that is going to change the whole like direction of the match. Popping a Mars could save you the match. Red card, people are rocking red card. Recently, red card has been like a sleeper. Your opponent shuffles their hand into their deck and draws 3 cards. You could pop this early game. You could pop this late game. I feel like the fact that we have Mars and red card, there's just so much disruption. We're rocking 1 giant cape, so if you guys are at least, I suggest at least walking 1 giant cape, but that does mean you're gonna run into some problems with Guzma. If you're rocking, if you're going up against a deck that has Guzma, you're gonna have to be very wary of how you place and how you play your Pokemon tool, right? A lot of times people just spam Pokemon tools first thing and they get Guzma'd early on in the game, and now you have no Pokemon tools. So that's why I think Pokemon tools now have a little bit more depth and strategy to them instead of just placing them first play. We have Leaf to pivot in and out of Arceus. I've seen a lot of people use... Oh. Okay, so this is the same deck, but we're actually going to take a look at this deck. I've actually seen a lot of people use... Where is it? We were talking about it. Trainer. This guy. Put one of your basic Pokemon that has damage on it into your hand. So this is going to work with Arceus. Arceus, this is basically like what do you call it? I keep forgetting the name of that card. Budding Expeditioner. This is like a better Budding Expeditioner. This is like a better Koga because Illuma just it's any basic Pokemon. Any colorless Pokemon. You can have Snorlax, any card, and you're going to be able to have a lot of synergy with this. So honestly, I think rather having the Leaf, I like this card better in this deck. Because, I mean, I don't know. I do like that. They're not rocking Golbat. I think that's the reason why they have Carvine in this deck, because they're not rocking one Golbat. They're just banking the fact that they are gonna get rare candies and evolve into Crobat. But if they can't evolve into Crobat, then they have Carvine. And then Arceus on the bench doing 50 damage. I mean, guys, this deck is pretty cool. I don't have Carvine. I think I'm missing like a couple copies of Carvine to actually put into an effective deck, but we'll see. So let's actually look at second place today. March 28th, 2025, second place. This deck got second place. Let's see. So we have double Arceus, we have double Crobat, double Zubat, and then we have Darkrai and Giratina. Darkrai and Giratina. Rocking double Dawn. I like this. I feel like Giratina is only here just to ramp up energy for Arceus, for Crobat, for Darkrai. Yeah. There's a tech. I've been using this with Darkrai and Weavile. If you put a Darkness Energy, okay, let me break it down for you. You have Weavile in the active spot. You have Darkrai in the bench. There's no energy on either Pokemon. You have a Dawn in your hand. You put the Darkness Energy on Darkrai. The ability Nightmare Aura activates. Does 20 damage to the active Pokemon. You're able to put that energy you just put on Darkrai on Weavile, and you're doing 70 damage. That tech works. The only counter to that deck is the freaking stupid chicken, Oricorio. That chicken counters this deck completely. But I really like this deck. I do. I like the fact that we're ramping up energy with Giratina. We're going to be able to ramp up Arceus faster. Arceus is going to be the fastest Pokemon to ramp and doing the most damage. We got 90, we got 110, and then we have 130 or 140. Arceus max power is doing 130, 140, I believe. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since we've seen a deck that actually has been in Tier 1. It's been like a week or so. Win rate 54%. That's not really good. Giratina EX Magnezone does really well. Magnezone decks do really well against this deck. Gengar. What other Pokemon decks do we see? Giratina EX Magnezone. Yeah, this deck is really interesting too. Tapu Lele is an insane Pokemon. This Pokemon will counter Darkrai. This Pokemon will counter Giratina as well. Yeah, everyone is just using Mars. First place today. Someone got first place today with this deck. That's insane. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think this deck right here is going to switch up the meta. I'm pretty sure we have tomorrow night during reset, which is like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. We're going to be getting the new set. So let me know if you guys are excited for Glizzy Lord. Let me know if you guys are excited for Ultra Beast. Let me know in the comments down below. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.